So good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much once again for joining us. I am David Murphy, and I have the pleasure of representing HP in our Inkjet high-speed production solutions division on a worldwide basis. And in my role, I have the distinct pleasure of interacting with customers and prospects and print service providers and the brands and publishers with whom they engage to understand what the direction of Inkjet is in the marketplace. And it's interesting when we look at the future of Inkjet, because everyone is now talking about production Inkjet at a more intense level than they had in the past. It's much more part of the mainstream discussion relative to graphic arts, relative to digital print. But interestingly, if we just go back only 5 years ago, really at Print 08 or Drupa 08 or Print 09, in that time frame, you started to see the conversation start to change as it related to digital print. And specifically, with relation to production Inkjet, there in particular was really one primary application for Inkjet, and that was the transactional application. And what was unique about the transactional application? Well, it required very high volume, typically lighter coverage, a little bit of color, and the quality requirements were not the highest. There was a bit of latitude in the color gamut, halftones, photo quality, etc., DPI. Now, what happened over time is, let's talk about HP's introduction at Print 09. When we introduced our first HP T300 Inkjet web press, we made a statement to the market that productivity and versatility and total cost of ownership relative to operating cost and capital equipment really didn't need to have a great trade-off. You actually could have a balance of all of those attributes. And what we did is we invested in this technology, in media, in ink, in writing systems, in compute systems, software, and transport systems to make it better. And as we made it better, you started to see some changes in the way that customers were able to print. They started to see their application range expand to now cover applications such as direct mail, a little bit more color, a little bit more photo usage, a little wider media range. Over time, we continue to make this accelerated advancement in not only our investment, but the output of these technologies. And what we found is that our customers asked us, talked to us, and tried and advanced their own application range and began new ventures into publishing that included books, catalogs, magazines, newspapers, on-demand, versioned, micro-segmented, and very targeted. Then we have slowly and gradually started to see the application range extend into commercial print. And now we see more and more general commercial printers who 5 years ago wouldn't have considered Inkjet for all the reasons that I described, now say, you know what, this quality is saleable, this cost efficiency is profitable, and the versatility allows me to take on new applications and pursue new markets. And just recently, we introduced a new venture into a new market segment, which is corrugated packaging. And I tell you so truthfully and clearly that there couldn't have been the vision back then that corrugated packaging would have been a realistic application for Inkjet web press technology. But today it's a reality. Just 4 months ago, HP introduced our entry into the corrugated packaging market. 3 months ago, we introduced our first solution to that market. And just last month, we introduced our first commercial installation of corrugated packaging. And today at Graph Expo, we announced our collaboration agreement with KBA to pursue incremental and new technologies that would be suitable for the corrugated packaging market. And now we see so many vectors of growth and potential room for improvement in speed and productivity and quality and application range that there really is virtually limitless opportunity for inkjet web press technology today. It couldn't be a more exciting time. And there are certain market trends that are driving this adoption and this acceptability to inkjet. So first of which is shorter turnaround times. Clearly, if anyone's been in the printing industry for more than a week, you know about the trend toward digital. So if you look at these market trends that are driving inkjet, they marry very closely with those that are driving digital. So we have shorter turnaround time, and how can inkjet help you? You're actually, as a print service provider and as a brand or marketing manager, you're able to ask for and receive, in many cases, same day order submission. And as a print service provider, you're able to provide productivity, production, and fulfillment, often on a same day basis. And this virtually, of course, eliminates the need for setup, make ready, and other waste factors inherent to analog printing. Mass customization is also a driving trend which is increasingly accelerating the adoption of inkjet web press technology. So more and better data is available to marketers, and that allows them to create more relevant and timely communication. So we're seeing much more creativity in the way that documents are created, matching up relevant images and messages that are suitable only to each targeted recipient. And what is really uniquely capable in this high production market is EPID, or every page is different. So we've moved much farther beyond simple mail merge and Dear David or Dear John type of salutation, but truly every page, every document, every publication is completely personalized to that recipient. And then we have the shift to the long tail and shorter runs combined, and that is important to the print service provider, because while they've always had this demand for the last several years for shorter runs, they haven't been able to do it cost efficiently and therefore profitably. And now we're seeing that change as the total cost of operation and the total cost of ownership has declined to the point where they can profitably charge a premium and the customer is willing to pay for it. And then finally, there's those greater profitability pressures that remain with the print service provider, and we're seeing these efficiencies spread across all markets: publishing, production mail, general commercial print, and now packaging. Now, there are three columns of value that HP provides in our inkjet proposition, and the first of which is, not surprisingly, the optimization of printing costs. So you're able to reduce the cost of printing by reducing your waste, your plate making, your setup time, and such. But the second column is the disruption of those operational costs that actually affect the supply chain. So we don't have to inventory large quantities of material and risk obsolescence and therefore waste due to that obsolescence. You're truly able to print only what's needed, when it's needed, for whom it's needed. And of course, the third area is the additional revenue and profitable opportunities of adding that value to every print document so that it becomes relevant and becomes much more valuable to the recipient. And you have this bridge between print and the electronic world. So we all know about the traditional means of connecting print to digital through QR codes and pearls and such, but what you're able to do with digital is with invisible marks, you're able to customize each page to a custom website, and you're able to change that at any point in the value and the distribution chain. Now, there are three core segments which we participate in, and fourth, if you consider the somewhat overlapping space of general commercial print, but publishing is one, and that's one of our first and largest segments, and it continues to be a major opportunity for growth in the production inkjet market. And then the second one is production mail, which includes direct mail and transaction, customer communications, and everything that is printed and therefore mailed to the recipient. And then the third one is packaging. And when you look at all those different points of value, you start to see some similarities and a few variations among them. So personalization, waste reduction, campaign augmentation, and distribution cost reduction have different points of value, but they are more or less important depending upon the prospect or the customer's particular needs, their volume, and the client's requirements. But every one of these is achievable through HP's production inkjet. So there are other vendors, of course, in the market who offer production inkjet technology. What makes HP different? I want to spend a few minutes just talking about our strategy and how we add value to our customers' experience. The first of which is customer success, and I'll talk to you about how we invest to make sure that the relationship begins not when we start to engage with the customer, but after the installation. And that's when that relationship becomes richer and really more valuable. It extends over 5, 7, 10, 12 years. The second one is technology leadership, and it's easier said than done. So I want to talk to you about some of the real and arguable elements of HP's technology leadership that differentiate our solution and add value to our customers. So let's first talk about upgradability, because this is critical and increasingly important. Now, upgradability is critical because our customers are not spending hundreds or thousands of dollars. They're spending hundreds of thousands and multiple millions of dollars on these solutions. And the worst thing that you could do as a print service provider or a customer of anything is to wake up one morning and find out that you spent $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million or more on a technology that is now obsolete and cannot be upgraded. So we spend countless hours working through our R&D department, working with our manufacturing and design department to make sure that whatever solutions we bring to market, they're going to protect our customers' investment over multiple purchasing cycles. So if a customer buys a platform, a model in a particular web width platform, we work with them to make sure that that product is suitable to their business and that it's scalable and upgradable for them over each successive new product introduction that we make over the ensuing years. And we don't just introduce or improve one particular area of the technology, we improve all facets of the whole value chain of the solution. So it includes print heads, it includes print servers, dryers for higher coverage. It includes new solution innovations, not only from HP, but partnering with the best in class of the industry in workflow, in software, in digital front ends, and in finishing. And we're continually upgrading our inks and the associated media with them. So that is a protection of value to the customer. And this is an illustration. So one might ask, what would a customer experience if they bought an inkjet web press in 2008 or 2009? Well, suppose they bought a product from HP, which was our first product, and back then we had one product and one customer. And in a moment I'll show you a chart that shows you now that we have more than 150 installations and 9 different models across 4 web width platforms. So we've improved our innovation along with our customers' requirements and grown the market. So if a customer bought a T300 back in 2008 or 2009, they would have had that capability that no other vendor would have offered. But alas, we introduced a new product back in 2011 and enabled that particular customer to upgrade their speed, upgrade their optional micro or zero speed slicers. They upgraded their volume capacity from being able to do just 70 million pages per month to 105 million pages per month. And now this year we introduced a new product, which was the T360. Actually, this was last year, but if they had introduced if they had looked at the T360, they would have been able to upgrade the software, the ink, the media capabilities, the solutions that are associated with it, and all of the elements to that. So we actually have a customer who bought our T300 and have made this evolutionary purchasing progress with us, and now they have a state-of-the-art product on their show floor without the need for any forklift upgrades. And we talked not too long ago to a customer who had a competitor's product, and then he saw that competitor introduce a new platform. And the new platform, of course, had better quality. It was faster. It had more capabilities. And the customer actually had tears in his eyes because he now knew that he had a product that it was no longer state-of-the-art and couldn't upgrade it. But if that customer had a T300, he would have had that capability. So I mentioned our evolutionary growth in our portfolio across 4 platforms. We now have 9 models, and they're suitable to every application in production mail, in publishing, and commercial print, and now in packaging. And this is the product that I mentioned and referenced a moment ago, the T400 Simplex Inkjet web press, which has the capability of producing that corrugated top liner preprint application that adds that same value to the corrugated market that we've been able to add to production mail and commercial print. So let's talk for a moment about technology leadership, because it's critical when we look at the elements that make HP different. So first of all, we have invested more than $1.4 billion in inkjet technology in the last 4 years. And what makes our inkjet technology differentiated and higher in value is that it has an element called scalable thermal inkjet technology. And that element makes it suitable across a wide range of swaths. On the next slide, I'll show you how we can use one inkjet head that's 4 1/4 inches wide, and how we can scale it across this multiple range of web swaths. And so you're able to scale that technology across various applications. And we use that technology in a variety of our own various solutions across graphic solutions. So we use it in some of our wide format, and we use it in some of our technical design products as well. So this is the slide. So I showed you that slide two segments earlier that showed the it's a 22-inch web width, then we have a 26-inch web width, and then a 30 and a 42. It's the same technology that's applied to all, and so that gives us greater vertical integration, because we don't outsource the ink, we don't outsource the writing systems, we don't outsource the compute systems. We do it all vertically integrated, and that gives us greater speed to market and greater response to customers' demands, and that scalability of manufacturing scale. Now, we have recently introduced a new element to our technology leadership, which is media versatility. And we have, over time, introduced varying and an accelerated path toward media versatility. So initially, we introduced the HP bonding agent, and that remains in all of our technologies today. And that allows a customer to print uncoated media on standard offset media. And then you're able to work with our Color Pro media partners. And by the way, we have more than 92 inkjet web press media that are Color Pro certified, and then we have an additional 120 media types that are certified as part of our media program. And just recently, this year, we have announced and are now introducing our next phase, which is the priming agent, which will now allow customers to address coated media across a wide variety and an ever-growing expanse of offset options. So this is going to open the door and further expand that gamut to new applications that were previously unaddressed. Now, it goes beyond media. It goes to finishing solutions partners. And we have partnered with the best-in-class finishing workflow and software providers across the industry, and we have 15 of the best in our portfolio, and we work with them very closely, often to customize a solution to each particular customer's needs. And this is something that we think differentiates our value proposition to others because many of these are truly customizable. Now, lastly, and really most importantly, is the ability to address the needs of the customer in a very customized and personal way. And our customers don't buy a product to necessarily have a soft, small, single-digit increment in improvement. They don't buy an Inkjet web press to get 5 or 7 or 9% cost improvement. They buy it to transform their business. They buy it to replace offset presses or other toner-based technologies, but to, more importantly, create new value and new business models to their clients, offering faster, more customized, print-on-demand applications with zero inventory and zero waste. And so when we work with our customers on the needs that they have for their marketing owners, many of them don't stop at one. They invest and they get successful, and they invest again and they get more successful, and it's a self-propagating cycle. So you'll have many of our customers you can see here who have bought 2, 5, 7, or 10 Inkjet web presses. And that's a true testament to the value that we have in our relationship with them and the trust and confidence that they have in our relationship, not over 5 years or 7 years, but over decades. Now, this type of partnership with our customers has accelerated our growth rapidly. And I mentioned a moment ago that just 5 years ago we had one product and one customer, and now we have more than 150 installations worldwide, and we have #1 market share in the high end. Now, our customers in these 150 site locations have printed a total of 70 billion pages in just that short 5-year period of time, and they're currently running at a rate of about 3 billion pages per month. So you'll see that we've been in the business for a little over 5 years, but we're currently producing a run rate which is going to accelerate that total growth at a rapidly incremental and exponential pace. Now, we are celebrating our customer success here at Graph Expo, and if you'll go to our booth when we finish here, you'll see real-life samples and applications that our customers are producing for their customers every day, and you'll see the innovation in the creativity and the design. You'll see the results of integrated campaigns that they have assembled, and you'll see how some of these customers have truly transformed their businesses in ways not previously foreseen. Hudson Printing is one of our customers here, and I invite you to listen to what Paul Hudson has to say. He has a great story to tell about this business that has been around for 100 years, a true, pure, analog offset litho shop, and they had the opportunity to go digital, and they invested with HP, and they have transformed their business to now be able to offer personalized publishing, personalized production mail applications, and new value to their prospects and customers that truly differentiates them in the marketplace, and now they have capabilities none others have. Another one of our customers who's also here is Martin from Documation, and this is another inspiring story to me, and it is for many others who have listened to Martin, because they have bought 2 of our 20-inch web presses, the HP T230, and they have been able to effectively add G7 to Inkjet, and that wasn't previously even considered and not thought possible, but they were able to do it, and that has enabled them to produce brilliant, vibrant color gamut and really rich applications that if you'll see some of the samples in our booth, you'll be most impressed. And a couple of others can go on, and these are all different customers that are represented in our portfolio, and you can see applications that Courier is doing where they've been able to add new value to book publishing, and SCI, Strategic Content Imaging, and they've been able to double their page volume. So these stories go on, and they continue to inspire, and every time we interact with them, we see more of the unique and innovative applications that they've been able to develop for their customers and have been able to grow their businesses. So I just really want to wrap it up and summarize that while inkjet is more and more common in today's market, and there are more and more vendors who are offering this technology, there isn't any other value proposition that is more unique than customer success and instilling pride and confidence in that relationship by knowing that your technology that you're purchasing today is going to be not only the leader among all offerings, but to be upgradable over multiple new series introductions. So it's a confidence that builds trust and a long-lasting relationship, and it's that kind of innovation that we believe that customers are looking for, and they've reinforced it to us in the market. So I really encourage you to go to our booth, take a look at some of the applications and some of those real-life stories that our customers have been able to bring to market and how it's changing their business. Now, I talked a lot about technology leadership, and I now want to transition to another element of technology leadership that I think is really going to inspire you, because it's inspired everyone who's seen it so far. And this is a technology that's available through our services organization. And I'd like to introduce Hani Manawi, who's going to come up and talk to you about a new technology called virtual remote guidance from HP. Hani? Thanks very much. Do you want me to switch over to yeah.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. And my name is Hani Manawi, and I work for HP's Graphic Solutions Services. First of all, as David mentioned in his, and you probably saw in the presentation, HP innovation is at the core of what we do at HP, with over 4,500 patents since 2004 for imaging and printing. We extend that innovation not just from our hardware, supplies, or ink. It goes beyond that into services. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with you some innovation that we're using and introducing today with HP Graphic Solutions Services. We have our predictive press care, and you can learn more about that at the services section of the booth, and also our visual remote guidance tool. And I'm going to show you a quick video. Now, first of all, how many of you here are commercial printers with HP equipment? So if you can raise your hand. Great, I see you. Great. So with that in mind, I'm going to share with you this video that we're doing, and we're showing it live. Actually, we're doing a live demo at the Inkjet web press section of our HP booth, and this is a video on our visual remote guidance tool. Hi, I'm Hani. I work for the HP Inkjet Web Press Remote Care Center. I want to show you a real exciting innovation that we're using to enhance our support delivery. One cool example is Google Glass. When customers call in via wearables like these, we can quickly and easily help them to resolve their problems while they remain hands-free to follow our instructions.
Okay, Glass. Call HP support.
Excuse me a moment. That'll be a customer calling in for remote support. Look how quick and easy it is to use HP My Room to speak to a press operator. If you'd like to step into my virtual office. HP Inkjet Web Press Remote Support, this is Hani Manawi. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Martin calling from Print Universe. I'm having a print quality problem.
Okay, so can I take a look at your user interface, please?
Yes, of course.
This is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about.
Are you talking to me?
Oh, no, sorry. I'm talking to the audience in a presentation, but don't mind them. We're good to go.
Okay, well, look at the vision system. Do you see the problem here? Here's the print head plot indication. Look, I need this urgently. Customer account manager is calling every 2 hours to check on delivery times.
No worries, Martin. I'm with you. We'll find out exactly what's causing the problem, and we'll solve it together. Have you tried wiping the printheads using printhead servicing?
Yeah, I've done that. It didn't solve it. That's why I called you guys.
What sort of paper are you running for this job?
It's HP approved, if that's what you mean.
Just trying to rule out the possibilities. Poor media can affect pen health, dust, etc. So let's check for wrinkles, just to make sure it's not a media-related problem. Aha! See that? See this line? That's it. It's streaking.
So it's non-media related. It must be the printhead, the black one.
Or the electronics.
Man, don't tell me we're going to have to change the printhead in the middle of this job. It's going to make my production manager really happy.
Well, first let's try swapping out the printhead with another one on the same bar. You know how to do that, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done it since operator training. This press has been so reliable.
No worries. I'll take you through it one step at a time. I need to take a closer look at the printhead, but be sure to hit the Prepare for Printhead Replacement button. Then you can open the arch.
Okay, I'm doing that right now.
What I like about this technology is that it enables me to increase the operator's hands-on experience so that the next time he has this issue, he can solve it himself. So now that we followed the startup calibration, we know exactly what printhead to swap. Okay? Great. So let's have a look at the print bar. You just passed it. That's it. Now tell me this isn't fun.
This isn't fun.
Very funny. Now I'm taking a capture of the printheads. Okay. I'm marking up the heads to swap to help you identify the correct ones, and I'm sending it to you. So let me know when you get it.
Okay, got it. Thanks. Now what?
Now, take that printhead that I marked. That's the one. Great. Now swap that out with the one outside the print area that I marked for you. But just remember, when you get this job done, we'll have to go back and re-examine that printhead. You're doing great.
Hey, well, thanks to you.
Okay, we're done. Now close the arch and restart the press. You notice how the technology enables us to exchange images and video? That's a great enhancement to our support capability and cuts the recovery time dramatically. Are we there yet?
Just have to reset.
Okay, so let's see if that solved it.
Okay. Restarting the press and waiting for the print to reach the rewinder.
Okay, let's go look at the print quality.
Looks great. Wow, okay, we're back in business. Thanks a lot.
Glad to be of help. Actually, there's one small favor you can do for me.
Name it.
Do you speak any other languages?
Sorry, no.
Good. It's just I want to show my audience the automatic translation feature that's embedded in HP My Room.
Be my guest.
¿Qué equipo crees que ganará el próximo Mundial de Fútbol?
Which team will win the next World Cup?
Did you get it?
Yeah, you just asked me which team I think will win the next World Cup.
So you see how easy it is? I can communicate in my native language, and it's automatically translated into the operator's language.
That's easy, the US, of course.
Okay. Well, as you can see, with the new features of HP My Room and wearables like this, or any other Android device, customers can enjoy a whole new level of support with faster root cause analysis and issue resolution. And we all know what that translates into.
Maximized uptime, more productivity, and bigger profits for customers like us.
Right. And thanks for calling HP Graphic Solution Services. And thank you for watching. So as you can see, using technology that's available to us in the industry today, like Google Glass or any other Android device, we're really trying to elevate the customer experience and improve customers' production and uptime. And again, innovation is behind all of this. We're not only leveraging industry tools, but we're also innovating and developing our own internal tools such as HP My Room. So thank you for your time today, and I encourage you to come by and visit us at the HP booth and look for the Graphic Solution Services area if you want more information on services, training, etc. And our next live demo is going to be at 2 o'clock. So if you'd like to see the live demo, please visit us, and we have brochures that tell you the exact demo times. So thanks again.
So, Henny.
Yeah.
Looks like here we're going to take this. So we're willing to take questions, and we would love to take questions. Hanny would love to take questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
And David would love to take questions. So, anyone have a question? Of course, the reliable, the inimitable. Here we go.
Okay, we have lots of questions from our audience watching at home. First question is, everybody loved David's presentation, and they were wondering if they loved it, and they were wondering if they could have access to the PowerPoint.
I will be selling them on eBay for $4.99.
Okay, we'll be taking orders.
No, I'll
Thank you.
have the deck available for you to distribute.
Okay, don't go anywhere. You mentioned personalized publishing is something that one of your customers does. What exactly is personalized publishing?
So there are a lot of different definitions to personalized publishing. First of all, there's a website called Blurb, right? And so if you wrote a book and you didn't think you could sell it to 1 million people, but you think you could sell it to 50 or 100, you could publish that book on Blurb, and if you got one order, Blurb could print that one book, and it wouldn't cost any more than printing, 100 books or 1,000 books, but you would have that print-on-demand true personalization. Now, that's one example. Here's another example, and we have a customer that has a catalog that they have customized to every shopper's past purchasing needs. So you have maybe an account with a retail store, and that retail store knows your purchasing history, and they are able to customize a catalog suitable to you based on the complementary gifts or other clothing items that might work well with that particular past purchased item. So those are two examples, but there are a lot of different other types of examples of personalized or micro-segmented publishing. Another one, we have a print service provider who has a nonprofit camp, and they produce a catalog, which is a published product, and that catalog goes to every family, and the photos, the messaging, the images, and the entire content is published to that particular family based on the age of their.
It's on the back.
It's on the back of the audience area. You can see it afterwards. But based on the age of your children, you can see the customized curriculum at the summer camp that's suitable to their gender and their age. So these are 3 different examples of customization and publishing, but there are many, many more.
Okay, thank you. Another question from the audience. They just wanted to clarify that HP makes digital products and not sheet-fed offset products, correct?
So let me be specific. We don't make offset products. We do, through our Indigo division, make sheet-fed digital production presses. So
okay, and I can vouch for my friends that run traditional sheet-fed offset press rooms that HP integrates really well.
Absolutely.
So, another question from our home audience, and this is for either one of you. You had mentioned collaboration with was it KBA?
Yes.
What are some of the other ways that you use partnerships and collaboration for advancing technology?
Yeah, great question. Go ahead.
Well, I can jump in from the services side. So we have HP in general has a strong collaboration with Google, and so we're leveraging that collaboration to leverage their Google Glass, and we're implementing it in our graphic solution services to deliver a heightened and optimized user experience. And so that's one example of, like I said, not only are we innovating internally with our products, our solutions, and our software, but we're also collaborating with industry leaders to bring that technology in and provide a better experience for our customers.
Yeah.
And that was the last question from our home audience, but we had a lot of interaction, and people said that the video came across really well, and they wondered who produced that.
So that was produced. That was produced by HP Graphic Solution Services. We worked with Nissan Belkin here to help us produce that video.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
And I'm really an HP employee, not an actor.
Yeah. No, Henny is really a great actor, though. Any other questions? Going once, going twice. So we'll tell you what, thank you so much for coming. We're so glad you spent some time with us this afternoon. We are going to be down in booth 1913. We'll be delighted to see you down there. Don't forget at 2 o'clock, Henny will be live doing the demo. And then you really get to see his acting skills at work. And any of us will be delighted to talk to you anytime during the show. Please come back at 3 o'clock tomorrow, where we'll be bringing some of our customers to tell their stories and their customer success stories. We'd be delighted to see you then as well. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You were brilliant.
Thank you. I was right there.
No. You should have seen the live stream was just on fire when you were doing it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
this
that's
is
awesome.
the live stream.